We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's week 4 and we've got what should be a great one here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October and off we go on EA Sports.
This taken in at the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
All right, I knew I forgot to ask a question when we sat with the coaches about just how aggressive will you be bringing a ball out of the end zone, and what's the green light for your returner? In this case, it should have been a red light. Should have stayed in the end zone. Terrible field position to start this drive.
Throwing on first down. Kirkland. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
That's Foley Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Steps away to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Kirkland. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. So a change of possession here on the punt. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On first down, Kirkland. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The Colts at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Mike 46, Mike 46. Push him back, push him back.
To throw again, Kirkland. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Off the play fake. Kirkland sliding out of the pocket, and he's going to go down again. Josh Allen, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that. Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 43 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Miles. And this is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 30 27 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Patterson now for the extra point.
And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive. Kirkland. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw. Kirkland. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He finds Pierce. It's complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st and 10, Kirkland. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. $13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Kirkland dancing to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. On 1st down, Lawrence.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burger?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now Lawrence on first down. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Etienne.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there.
His second rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Kirkland being chased out left.
That one finds Pierce right side.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing on first down. Kirkland forced out to his left. It's complete to Cook. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On first down,
Kirkland. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
Mike 46. Mike 46. Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball? Hey, check Mike 46.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Let him know, let him know.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Kirkland, man open, it's Goodwin. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kirkland.
He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Kirkland.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7.
Choose the mic. They got 60 Wildcats. 60 Wildcats. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Mike 2. Watch 2. Watch 2. I'm here all day.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Touchdown, Colts!
James Cook
From 8 yards out.
And the Colts are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And able to get this out to the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Lawrence.
He's got a man, complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. Going right side here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. the final seconds of the first half.
And the Jags will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Throwing to start the drive. Kirkland. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The final shot before break. Kirkland. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is intercepted.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and 2, Miles
swings this out here for Cohen. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
– 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch 36 to Mike. Hey, back up. Let's get off the field. 36. We're pretty quiet.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that's complete ETN out of the backfield. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's got room. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, 44 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll go up the middle here with Moss.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Right back to Moss.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Looking to throw. Kirkland. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Kirkland. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Cook up the gut. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Handoff comes to Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Cook trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
They'll run for it with Cole. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Kirkland. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Andrew Ogletree.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now down to 20. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now on 2nd and 13.
Lawrence, a quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence to throw.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Lawrence will throw.
This is caught. It's Kirk. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The end result, 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Lawrence
escaping the pressure right.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
Now Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Jaguars are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Double tight, guys, double tight. You're three down.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Choose the mic. Man, I got you.
To throw on third down, Kirkland.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
88 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. On first down, right back to Etienne.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
And some room to maneuver. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Guys, it's out of time. Check your hot read. Hey, Alpha. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
57's the mic. Mark 57. Take me out. Here we go. Hey,
Now Lawrence.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. But they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Nick Needham picks it off. And the Jags come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.